I think when you think about control, and I'm going to veer for a second, we tend to think we have control over things that we really don't, and we tend not to take control over things that we really do, right? And a lot of our happiness, or our perceived happiness, is tied to that, right? I know I can decide today that I want to learn how to do flower arranging, right? I'm in control of that. But what typically happens is we go, well, I wish I had more time to do flower arranging, but everything's in the way, and I've got a job, and my family's on my back, and I don't have any time, and you really think that that's the truth. But it's really just how you look at it. You really do have control over that. There's other things you don't have control over, like you have to eat. You have to take care of yourself if you want to continue to remain in this body. There are certain things you have to do if you want to continue to remain here, right? There's certain things you don't have control over. You don't have control over whether your job decides that you no longer have a job. But you do have control over your response to that, right? So there's a lot of our that up and down I was talking about is tied to whether we feel like we're in control or not in control, right? But again, you can take that perspective of no matter what happens, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to bring a joyful state to it, right? It's not that I'm so excited I lost my job. That's not it. It's like when I lost my job back in 2003, I said, okay, I'm going to write my book. That doesn't mean I wasn't worried about, finding, I had money issues and all that stuff, but I couldn't control all that stuff. It was a bad market. I had my resume out there. I was going on 7, interviews with the same company for them just to tell me, sorry, we had a layoff. We had a layoff. We had to close all of our open positions, right? There was a lot of things I couldn't have control over. But when I was at home, I could control what I was doing. I wrote my book. It was one of the best experiences of my life, not having a job. I couldn't go out as much as I wanted to. We went out to breakfast almost, every week we were going out to breakfast. I had the time all of a sudden.
Right? But I had to pay for it.
Happiness. Happiness is people buying me food. But I'll tell you, it was a great experience. It didn't make me happier. It didn't make me sadder. It wasn't any of that. I found my happiness within myself and expressed it during that period. Happiness is what you bring to your situations. It's not what you receive from your situations. You bring the happiness to it. Just like the meaning of life is the meaning you bring to it. The happiness in your life is the happiness you choose to bring to it. Because people will go through experiences that you should be happy about that. Why aren't you happy? And they're just not. And then there's other experiences where you look at people and you go, you should be crying. And they're happy. And you're like, well, I don't get it. Right? It's a choice. It's all a choice.